Thinking about starting in the trucking business, little do you know that you might start completely backwards because you have incorrect information. Maybe you're thinking on the long run, you're thinking of tomorrow. A lot of people avoid thinking of today. Your today is going to build your tomorrow. And you're probably sitting there thinking, what is this guy talking about? And I'm going to go ahead and tell you how you can start in this business incorrectly and completely backwards. You want to go ahead and build an infrastructure, a plan in this industry to understand and make sure that everything that you put into it is going to come back and be success. You don't want to be the guy or the woman that sits there that invests so much money into this industry, into trucks, into trailers, dispatching, freight brokerage trainings, all these different type of things. And then on the long run, you're negative. So what good is it that you invested into this? Just to say that you have a business, just to give people the privilege to say, hey, this guy has this, she has that. No, why start off backwards? We want to make sure that you guys understand that we're going to teach you the proper infrastructure to start a business, develop a business correctly, and really see the success that you wanted to see. Stop starting backwards. Start listening to the people who are actually in the trucking business and are really going to teach you how to properly make money, put money into the business, and see proper outcomes. That's the biggest factor in this industry that people are having lately. They go in backwards, they start seeing materialized things. You start buying 2020 Volvos, you start buying 2020 things, you start to realize that you're basically putting all your money into this, you're starting backwards. Instead of having a certain plan, a certain sell, knowing the sell as a service, understanding what you have to get paid to see the money, knowing what you have to pay your drivers, your employees, you have to take full control of your business. Now, a lot of people don't do that. Everyone starts backwards. 80% of individuals who get into this trucking business start backwards. Just because you have the money to start the business doesn't mean that you're going to make the money. That's not the way it works. Stop listening to people around you who have zero knowledge, zero idea in the industry. Start the way you're supposed to start. Take a step. You have stepping stones. As you start going through stepping stones, you'll understand that everything starts to fall into place. It's like crawling, walking, and running. You're not going to run, walk, and then crawl. Be realistic with yourself. Stop starting backwards. The proper thing to do is actually listen to the people like me, myself, who understand the process of the trucking industry. Whether it's dispatching, whether it's freight brokerage, whether it's business management in the industry, social media marketing, website development, we want to make sure that you understand everything that revolves around the business. Instead of you coming in and just knowing that trucks drive and wheels turn and drivers get paid. What good is that? You're starting out backwards, just like 80% of individuals. You think all these big companies that you see out there that are making multi-million, even $1 billion is because they walked in and they just started listening to people who know absolutely nothing about the industry? No. What they have done is basically invested power, knowledge into the people who understand the business and who actually have a real outcome. I have been through it all, from the start of the business to the process of the business to basically building the empire of the business. We basically will teach you and show you not only the ways and the path and the guides to not sit there and lose all of your money, but at the same time, we're going to make sure that you start correctly. Maybe you just want to start a dispatching business, work into the freight brokerage business. Maybe 2 years after, because you've already made so much money as a freight dispatching service or a freight brokerage service, you want to buy a truck or two. This isn't a thing where you walk into and you think that your money is going to basically give you all the knowledge in the industry just because you're investing into it. You realistically need to understand that there is a lot of detailed things in this industry, in the trucking business, that a lot of people don't share with you, whether it's because they don't want you to succeed, whether it's they just don't want to share their failed stories in the past. I'm okay with that. I'm okay with telling you that I've been through all these hiccups and speed bumps and all the things and all the holes in the road, because I want to make sure that you don't run through them as well. And how does that happen? It's by starting the correct way. You want to make sure to avoid all these things, weed out all those people who are giving you improper information, who are basically telling you success stories, but they're going to be stuck, and if not stuck already, just like you're going to be, because you're listening to the wrong individuals. Let's build up slowly. Let's build up surely. But on the way that we're building up, we're going to see revenue. We're going to see success. Instead of you sitting there, or you might be sitting there now thinking, I'm losing my business. I don't know if I should start this business because I have zero idea. Or maybe you're sitting there at the end point where you're basically about to go bankrupt, and you maybe just have the last thousands of dollars to your name, and you're just kind of thinking, what should I do? Well, guess what? You should listen to me. You should listen to what I have to basically give you, the knowledge and the power that's going to basically, either if you're starting up businesses in the transportation industry, in the trucking business, whether you're new, you're experienced, or you're a person who's about to lose it all, let me save your business. Let me create your business. Let me help you develop your business so you're not stuck just like the rest of these individuals who walk into this business completely backwards. And that is the number one thing that's going to realistically make you fail in this industry, is walking in there backwards, investing improperly, putting all this money into things that you have zero idea on how they work. And at the end of the day, you're going to lose it all. Not only just your finances, but you're going to lose your time. You might even lose some family members. You might even lose your wife, your husband, your kids. You might lose so many things because business doesn't go as planned. You start a family business and everyone starts to break up. Why? Just because you didn't take one simple step and listen to professionals, listen to people who have actually been through this industry and understand the concept of starting a business, the build-up of the business, and keeping the business empire going. So you let me know what you want to do. Whether you keep listening to people who have false information, or you listen to professionals who are realistically going to give you real numbers, real proof that we're able to develop the money and the process that you realistically want to see and that you dreamed of. We're going to make sure that your dreams actually become a reality. How? Because we're professionals in what we do, and we want to make sure that you are out of that 80% of individuals who are in this business losing their money, or basically starting out a business with zero knowledge, or people who are at the end of the business and have spent here 10, 15 years and still don't realize and still don't know how they are not making the money that they should be making, or seeing friends and families who are basically telling them what to do, but at the same time are in the same spot that you're in. So that's the number one problem. Stop coming into the business backwards. Develop the right business infrastructure, and listen to the people who are realistically going to sit there and guide you to being able to become a successful business owner.